So one of the weirdest games of 2024 is getting a sequel. No, not Power World. Power World is also weird as well. Actually, they gave Power World a dating simulator. Yeah, like, yeah, I still have no words for that as well here. But apparently, Stellar Blade is getting a sequel. I still know very little about the game. I know the game looks like what's that type of game? It looks like a Bayonetta-esque game. I actually seen gameplay of it, but the problem is, I would have known that if I heard the discourse around Stellar Blade because, oh my god, the character is so beautiful. Like, you should talk about the gameplay, the story, and the character development, and all the stuff that actually matters. Imagine they released Metroid in 2024, and instead of talking about the rich world, the atmosphere, the story, the characters, they're just talking about how Samus's boobs were big, basically, which a lot of people are like, I'm not buying this game, and I think that's the problem with this game. And you know what the funniest thing is? This game was outsold by Assassin's Creed Shadows, globally as well. I know Assassin's Creed Shadows had three platforms, was Stellar Blade's one platform, but you know that is something to really think about. They talked about how big of a success this game was, but it was outsold by Assassin's Creed Shadows, which is considered a massive failure for Ubisoft as well. I just wonder how small budget was this game as well. I just wonder how small the budget of this game was that this game is apparently considered a success, but Assassin's Creed Shadows was a failure. I know Assassin's Creed Shadows had like a $400 million budget, and the game still looks like a pile of crap as well. But yeah, I'm just surprised they're not putting it on Nintendo Switch 2 or Xbox, considering the fact that especially the Switch 2 version would sell a lot of copies, but Shift Up is of course allergic to money, so they probably know the game would probably sell better on the Switch 2 than the PS5, but they gotta kiss Sony's ass because PS5 is, according to many people online, the greatest console ever developed and ever created. It's not, obviously. That's the correct opinion, okay, as well. There were so many consoles that came out in the 2000s and the 90s that had way better games, had way better exclusives, okay? Compared to the PS5, even the Wii U had better games than the PS5. But again, I'm just biased towards Nintendo, so, that's what people would say. Also, I think the GameCube was definitely a way better console than the PS5. Also, the PS2 was a way better console than the PS5. I never played on the PS2, but the PS2 had tons and tons and tons of exclusive games. Meanwhile, the PS5 just has Stellar Blade and Astrobot, where Stellar Blade dropped off like a cliff. Okay, Astrobot had actually is selling pretty well still, but Stellar Blade literally dropped off, really like viewed down like very quickly in terms of sales as well here. And yeah. Also, I walk by. I'm using IGN's talking about it. IGN of course doesn't like this game. But again, they said the Snow White movie was good. So I don't really consider IGN's opinions as very worthy because, according to them, the crappy Snow White remake by Disney is considered a better movie than Sonic 3. Like how? How IGN? How? Okay. How? I know those are two different people reviewing two different movies, but. Because you gotta realize IGN has multiple different reviewers reviewing movies and games, okay? As well. For example, Dev Forte was upset that he gave Crowd Obscure Exorcism 43 a bad score of IGN Japan, when really, the reviewer from IGN Japan actually had genuine criticisms for the game and didn't like the game, okay? I think people just need to accept that not everybody's gonna like a certain game, okay? That's just not how it works, okay? One of the most popular movies of all time, I don't like it. The Incredibles, okay, as well. But yep, apparently Stellar Blade is getting a sequel as well. But I don't think many people are gonna be. I think everybody's gonna forget to make it a sequel to it, and then 3 months later, there's gonna be discourse over her boobs again, and it's gonna be in a single cool cycle. It's gonna be on Stellar Blade 5 for the PS8, and there's still be talking about how big her boobs are instead of the actual game itself as well. But yeah, that's what this video here. Goodbye.